Hi, gang. It's Patrick.
And Adam.
Coming up on today's episode, we read some listener emails and questions, and we announce our last Pride Month giveaway. We talk about the latest Disney news and rumors, and we give our spoiler-free review of Toy Story 4. As always, we close out the show with some quick D. All that and more on today's episode of Gays Do the D.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Adam Rosebottom Hummel.
Patrick Prudence Kazuki.
Oh, I love Prudence.
Formal.
That's one of my favorite Beatles songs.
Is that a Beatles song?
Prudence, yeah.
Oh.
Dear Prudence, I think it's called.
I don't know a lot of Beatles songs.
Get out of my house.
I know. I'm terrible about it.
You are terrible.
Yeah.
For many reasons. Adding it to the list.
Okay.
How's it
check.
going?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm delightful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. We have less than 2 months for our trip.
How about that?
For our August Gay Days trip.
That's right. I just made our Fast Passes last week.
That was really nice of you to do that.
You're welcome.
And fun fact, you were able to connect me into your group, even though I'm arriving a day later than you.
Yes, I was surprised by that. But yet, there you were, joining our group.
You can't get rid of me.
I cannot, no matter how hard I try.
I know, you tried. You did try to get rid of me then, but I'm so excited.
Yes.
I hope a lot of people are going to be there. I have no idea what to expect this year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to find out who attends, who doesn't attend.
It's true. I know that our Atlanta Ds are going to be there. Kale and Mark and Roger.
Yes.
Anyone you know from your Disneyland trip that's going to try to be there?
There were some rumblings.
Ooh.
Robbie J. Disney might be making an appearance.
Fun.
It all depends on his ability to get time off.
Oh, because he works at Disneyland.
That's right.
So he'll be there for free.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I am too. I can't wait.
Speaking of some of those listeners,
yes.
I hear we have some shout-outs to give.
We got some new listeners.
I love that.
Yes. So we need to recognize...
listeners 6 and 7.
Oh, we have more than that, Patrick.
Okay.
Come on now.
It's true.
But we do need to say welcome to Robert, who you can find on Instagram at Choo Choo Johnson.
I love that name. Hi, Robert.
Welcome, Robert. Thank you for listening. And we have to say hi to Chris, who you can find on Instagram at Blood Feast Nat.
Oh, my goodness.
What an interesting dynamic this guy has, because I believe he is in a band.
Okay.
A relatively kind of hard rock, or I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay.
Band.
Yeah.
But then he's also a Disney lover. So there's pictures of like
interesting
hardcore music.
Yeah.
And him with Mickey Mouse. I love it.
I'm going to need him to do some hardcore versions of Disney songs and send them our way.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
You've got a task now.
Yes. That's your fee for listening. So welcome, guys. And I also want to extend a thank you to all of the listeners who have posted reviews recently in Apple Podcasts.
So nice of you.
It really is. It helps people find us, and not like in a analytics sort of way, but in a way where they can be scrolling and see the reviews and see the stars and just know that they might be in for some quality Disney podcasting.
Not on this show.
Right. I'm saying they bypass us.
They might be.
You might be interested in, those ones that appear below our show.
Yep, exactly.
And they go to those ones and be like, oh, here's the quality. Right. Yeah. So thank you to everyone who's posted reviews recently. We appreciate it.
Thanks, y'all. Continuing on with some listeners, we received some, I don't want to call it feedback, but I guess a response to our last week's Quick D questions.
Yes.
From Ryan Gold 85. So on last week's episode, our Quick D questions were, what is your best gay life in Disney World or Land?
Yes.
And then you asked what my job and Matthew's job would be on Batuu.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so Ryan Gold 85 wrote us and answered those questions.
Love it.
My best gay life at one of the parks, I'd get Thor, Captain America, oh dear, the Black Panther.
Yes.
Can I keep reading this?
Yes, please.
Gaston.
Okay, I'm going to need a minute.
And Tarzan.
Oh, yeah.
All together, and I take them to the teacups.
Okay. That's not where I was expecting that to go.
Well, here we go.
Okay.
I take each one of them for a spin.
Got it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Individually, and then all together.
Wow.
Oh boy, what a fantasy.
That's a lot of limbs.
And after that, we take a ride on the rockets. I'm assuming he means those rockets above Tomorrowland. That's hilarious.
Oh, he went from a fantasy to tomorrow. Okay, I love it.
Lots of ride swinging there.
Yep.
I've never been on those rockets, have you?
I have.
I should try it next time we're there.
Yeah, it's very Dumbo-esque, so I think you'd enjoy it.
And you're really high in the sky, though, aren't you?
You are much higher and going much faster than you think you are from the ground.
My palms are sweating thinking about it right now.
And they drop really quickly. Like the control mechanism makes them drop very quickly.
Oh, dear.
Enjoy.
I like to drop like it's hot. Okay, so we should move on. So my job on Batu, he continues, I'd be the bartender listening to all the secrets the travelers are talking about. Then I'd sell the secrets I've overheard.
Wow, he kind of bested all of our answers with
He
that.
sure did. He sure did.
Very smart, Ryan.
Well done, Ryan Gold 85.
Yes.
And thanks for listening.
Next up, Patrick, we need to talk about a surprise that happened last week.
Uh-oh.
Disney Pixar announced that Soul, their new movie Soul, would be premiering on June 19th, 2020.
I love it.
It just suddenly appeared on social media, the logo for the film, and we know very little about the film.
Almost nothing.
We know that it's directed by Pete Docter, who also directed Up and Inside Out.
That's correct.
And he's also Pixar's chief creative officer.
I love that.
And along with the logo, a blurb was posted. I'm going to read you the blurb right now, Patrick.
Blurb it out.
Ever wonder where your passion, your dreams, and your interests come from? What is it that makes you, you? In 2020, Pixar Animation Studios takes you on a journey from the streets of New York City to the cosmic realms to discover the answers to life's most important questions.
Interesting.
Yes. And so one of our listeners, Denzel, who also happens to be a new listener, so welcome, Denzel.
Hi.
You can find him on Twitter at from_Washington, asked, will you please share your thoughts and predictions on this new project? Patrick, what do you think Soul's all about?
Well, I don't have a soul, so I have no idea.
This is going to be tough for you.
It's going to be real hard for me to
How are you
wrap
going
my
to
arms.
relate to this film?
I will not be able to.
Right.
Well, here's what I'll say. If it has anything to do with the feelings that you get from Up and Inside Out, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. I'd have to guess.
I'm already crying from the cryptic blurb that they wrote on Twitter. I'm already crying.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like about afterlife or before life or who can say? What do you think?
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be very kind of ethereal and not necessarily story driven, but more kind of visually driven and almost like a Fantasia type experience.
Sure, yeah.
Or is it going to be kind of like a sister film to Inside Out?
Oh, who can say?
Is it going to be part of that same universe?
Well, they are billing it as like a
non-sequel.
Yeah, they were very careful to say that this is its own movie.
Okay.
I think that they're just trying to say that they're coming up with new ideas now that Toy Story is over, and I think Monsters, Inc. is probably on its way out.
Is Toy Story over?
Well, who knows?
We just saw it.
We'll have some things to say about that later in the episode, but I think that they are promoting this as a new story.
Got it.
But that's just my interpretation, so who knows?
Yeah.
We know very little about any of this film.
One thing's for sure.
Yeah.
When Pete Docter's involved, you know it's going to explore some very adult themes.
Yeah.
But still maintain its kind of childlike entertainment quality.
Sure.
So it should be an incredible film.
His movies are like Walt Disney's legacy. You know what I mean? Like it's for kids, but like it's also very much for adults.
Patrick Prudence Kozicki.
Maybe I do have a soul.
No.
I just put something together. Denzel from Washington. So not Denzel Washington.
Correct.
That's a funny name.
Well, I think it's just...
He's probably from Washington, but...
is he? I don't know.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, he's here in Minneapolis. I know that.
Maybe it is Denzel Washington.
Oh.
It probably is. It probably
You're
is.
right. He's definitely listening to a Disney podcast.
With that $1 million smile.
Oh, he's a handsome, handsome man, Denzel Washington.
Sure is. Let's just talk about that for a while.
Yes.
4 hours of Denzel Washington talk. And go.
I didn't even like The Preacher's Wife, but I liked him in The Preacher's Wife.
How very dare you. How very dare you.
I liked the music and I liked him.
Get out of my basement right now.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Okay, so those are our thoughts on Soul.
Yes, please let us know your thoughts about what Soul is going to be all about. You can reach out to us on social media at GDTD Podcast.
And as always, you can email us at info@gaysdothed.com.
Well, now that we've covered a movie coming out in the future, Patrick,
yes,
let's talk about some movies that happened in the past.
Ooh, we do have some anniversaries. We do not have 18 of them like we did last week.
Thankfully, wow.
We've only got a few, and we have a birthday to talk about as well.
Get right out of here.
I will not.
Okay.
So let's talk about the movies first.
Let's do that.
We'll go youngest to oldest as per usual. So Wall-E is turning 11.
I don't think I've seen Wall-E for several years. I need to watch that again.
It's such a great film.
It's fantastic.
It's really beautiful. It's interesting that there are almost no words in it until the end of it. I love it. I love it.
And just still on my Disneyland high, there is a segment in World of Color that focuses on Wall-E.
Aww.
And is so sweet because you don't really see a lot of Wall-E in the parks.
It's true. Sometimes he comes out promotion-wise for Earth Day, but that's about it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need more Wall-E in my life.
Happy anniversary, Wall-E.
Wall-E. So that turns 11 on June 27th.
Okay.
Next up, we have Ratatouille.
Oh, this is such a great movie.
Yeah, turning 12 years old on June 29th. It was released in 2007.
I recently rewatched this, and I had no idea that Janine Garofalo was the voice of the female chef in that
really?
movie. Yeah. And I was like, kudos to you for that impeccable French accent, Janine Garofalo.
I love her.
She's fantastic.
I love that movie. It's such an underrated movie, I feel like. But
yeah.
thank goodness it's getting its own ride in Disney World.
Yeah, I'm excited to experience that.
If it's anything like the France one, people lose their minds over that
A
one.
lot of people claim that the Ratatouille ride in Disneyland Paris is their favorite Disney Parks ride of all time.
Yeah, I've heard that from multiple people.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
Yes.
Moving on, one of my favorite movies, Hercules, is turning 22 years old.
Herc.
Hercules.
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie so
Who
much.
put the glad in Gladiator, Patrick?
Wow.
Who? Who did it?
Was it me?
It was Hercules.
Oh, gosh.
You know this.
I know.
I love Hercules.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is my favorite musical score from end to end.
That is the correct thought about this score.
Oh, good. I'm glad I passed.
I think so. I mean, is there any more uplifting score than this score from this movie?
Not
Aside from
really.
Phil's song, which I can take or leave.
Yeah, I don't like
really,
that one.
I don't
It's
really
okay.
need Phil's song. But everything
the whole
else.
thing, yeah, it's good to run to, the whole musical score. It's great. So that turns 22 on June 27th, 1997.
Fantastic.
I mean, it doesn't turn 22 on 1997. You know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, gosh.
No.
I'm losing my mind. Okay, so last but not least, of course not least, we have a birthday on June 24th.
Okay.
Born in 1893, Adam Hummel.
Well.
Just kidding. No, of course, I'm talking about Roy Disney.
Oh, how about that?
Happy birthday, Roy Disney.
Without Roy Disney, there would be no Walt Disney World.
And he really took over the company and
he had to.
kept it going.
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah.
There was such a period after Walt's passing of kind of like what's happening now. Like, he was such a leader for that company, obviously. Walt Disney was.
Yeah, such turmoil after he passed away.
And nobody really took the reins. Nobody knew really what was going on. And finally, Roy, who I believe was considering retirement or was already retired,
I think so, yeah.
stepped up and said, I will oversee this project and get Walt Disney World built.
We should do an episode on Roy Disney. He needs his own shout-out.
We really
episode.
should. He was, for all of Walt Disney's life, really the kind of sounding board and voice of reason, I would say. He was the money man behind the company. He was the one keeping everything afloat.
Yeah, he sort of made sure Walt's dreams could happen in a real way.
Yeah, yeah.
He was the brains behind the imagination.
Yeah, incredible.
Happy birthday, Roy.
Happy birthday, Roy.
I need to get a picture. I've never taken a picture on the bench with Roy and Minnie Mouse, right? He's with Minnie?
Yep.
Hashtag we're with Minnie as well.
Yeah, either have I, because I'm usually on my way to a ride or experience.
I always forget to even look for it.
I know, it's not as noticeable as the partner statue, obviously.
Of course,
because, and it's a lower profile because they're both sitting.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's such a great photo op.
Let's make that happen in August.
Can we both fit on that bench next to Minnie?
Not after all of the pretzels I'm going to eat. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. We'll be able to do it. We'll squash on that bench.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Who doesn't want to squash together on a sweaty August day?
On a hot metal bench. Sounds like fun.
Well, Patrick, as you know, it is Pride Month.
Yes, it is.
And in fact, we are recording this episode on Saturday, and it is Pride weekend here in Minneapolis.
It is Minneapolis Pride.
That's right. Happy Pride to you.
And also with you.
Thank you so much. I'm wearing my mesh tank top today. You haven't commented on it, and I feel...
There are no words.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are no words to describe how attractive you look.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You haven't mentioned my banana hammock that I'm wearing.
I haven't. I think we both know why.
It's obscene.
It's offensive. It's as though I'm wearing 3D glasses, but I don't have any 3D glasses on.
None needed.
Yeah.
I'm just going to... It's what I wear to go get some apples from the store.
It's your casual Saturday running errands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a banana hammock and a reusable bag.
Oh, are you wearing the reusable bag too?
No, I'm not, because I'm earth conscious. I'm basically Wall-E.
Oh. Where was I going with this?
Who knows?
I'm off track now.
We've lost our minds today.
Oh, it's Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
And this month we have partnered with Dispinland. For the entire month of June, 20% off of each sale of Dispinland's exclusive Pride pins and button will benefit GLSEN. Every day, GLSEN works to ensure that LGBTQ students are able to learn and grow in a school environment free from bullying and harassment. Very important work that GLSEN is doing.
Yeah, they do a great job.
To purchase your Pride pins and button, visit dispinland.com. And to learn more about the amazing work that GLSEN does, visit glisten.org.
Every time I hear GLSEN, I think of that song in Dreamgirls.
Listen.
Yeah.
I do too.
GLSEN.
Yeah, it works.
It does.
It works.
We need to do a musical version of that.
We should do a musical podcast episode someday.
It's happening.
I mean,
We basically do already.
You're right. You're right. It always leads to a song at one point or another.
Always. Adam, we should also mention that we have another partner this month.
We have a lot of partners this month.
We've had so many partners.
We've been
Pride.
tested, though. We're good.
Oh, my goodness.
We're good.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, yeah, get tested, everybody. Come
It's
on.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Once every 3 months. Thank
Oh,
you.
my goodness. We have to move on from this.
No, it's important.
It is
Okay,
important.
But you can move on.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm talking about our partnership with the Traveling Husbands.
Oh, that's right.
They are our sponsor this month, all month long. And as part of that sponsorship, we have giveaways every week this month.
Can you believe it?
I can believe it because I'm shipping a lot of stuff. The post office loves me.
I bet they do.
So a little info on the Traveling Husbands. Jason and Ed are here to help you plan your magical adventures for everything Disney. Whether you're looking for a Walt Disney World celebration, relaxing at an island paradise at Aulani, or traveling to lands far, far away for an international Disney destination, the Traveling Husbands can help you plan all the special details to make your vacation dreams a reality. With their own quest underway to visit all of the 6 Disney castles around the world, you can count on Jason and Ed for travel guidance based on first-hand experience. So be sure to reach out to the Traveling Husbands for your next Disney vacation.
And if travel is something you are still dreaming about, you can follow all of the adventures of the Traveling Husbands on YouTube as well. As Walt Disney World locals, Jason and Ed will bring the best of the parks right to you. And let's not forget their most recent trip to Hawaii to visit Aulani. Be sure to check them out on YouTube to keep tabs on whatever their next Disney adventure might be.
The Traveling Husbands can be found on YouTube at youtube.com/thetravelinghusbands, as well as all other social media platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. For vacation planning advice, be sure to visit them at www.thetravelinghusbands.net and sign up for their email list for everything Disney travel related.
Those guys.
Love them.
And specifically their Instagram feed, I got to talk about.
It's great.
Their stories.
Yeah.
There was always something in their stories. They're always going to the parks or to Disney Springs and experiencing something new, and I just love them.
Yeah, they're serving some aspirations.
Oh, yes. They're serving ass.
Oh, my goodness.
Aspirations. I finished it.
Hashtag aspirations.
Well, as Patrick mentioned, they are sponsoring our giveaways, so we need to talk about our giveaways.
I love them so much.
First up, we need to talk about our Week 3 giveaway.
Yes.
Which is the Rainbow Disney Collection Minnie Mouse ear headband.
It's so delightful. It's
It is
elegant.
Adorable.
Yeah, I really
and
like it.
classy. It can take you from day to night.
Yeah.
It can take you from work to a wedding. You know
It's
what
true.
I'm saying?
It's true. It's sassy and classy.
Oh, I love it. So we have a winner, Patrick.
We do.
And the winner is
Tell me.
Stars Dog Mommy on Instagram.
I am loving our Instagram followers' names. Love it. Mine is Patrick Kazuki. How clever.
Pretty great. Good, creative.
Thank you.
Clever. So congratulations, Stars Dog Mommy. Everyone, please follow her. And we will reach out to you in DM to get all of your contact information and get those ears off to you ASAP.
Send pictures of you in the ears because they're so beautiful.
Please do. Yes, we love those ears. And that means, Patrick, we move on to our last giveaway for Pride Month.
Oh my goodness. Pride is almost over.
That's right.
Never lose your pride, though.
No, just carry it around with you all year long.
Or go watch The Lion King and be part of their pride.
That's right.
Wow. That was deep.
Yeah, and you brought it back to Disney. Synergy.
It's a gift from God.
I love it. This week, the last week of Pride Month, we are giving away... Get ready for this.
I'm so ready for this. Y'all ready for this?
We are giving away a Rainbow Disney Collection 15.5-inch.
I mean,
Do I need to continue?
You don't. That's all you need to say.
15.5 inch. That's all you need to know.
Banana hammock.
We are giving away a Rainbow Disney Collection 15.5 inch Mickey Mouse plush. You've all seen it.
I love it.
It is the rainbow striped Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
It is adorable.
It's adorable, and it's so soothing to touch. It's like silky.
Oh.
Or satiny.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
I had no idea you were so tactile.
I am very tactile, actually.
Oh, are you?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
It's very comforting.
Okay. Here are the rules. To enter to win the Rainbow Disney Collection 15.5 inch Mickey Mouse plush, you have to visit GDTD Podcast on Instagram. That's us. And under the post, you'll find a link to follow us and the Traveling Husbands. Follow both of us. Then tag 3 of your Disney-loving friends, and you are entered to win. It's just that simple.
So easy, just like me.
Easy and tactile.
Disney-zy.
That's right.
I'm going to make it happen.
It already has.
Okay, great.
Have you not? You're trending on Twitter. Disneyzy. Yeah. To obtain an extra entry, repost our post to your feed and tag us, or share it as a story and tag us. The winner will be announced on next week's podcast. And as always, thank you to the Traveling Husbands for sponsoring this giveaway, and good luck, everyone.
And happy Pride. Happy last week of Pride.
Yeah, really make it a special one. Go out there and what?
Make some bad decisions.
And some good ones.
Sometimes bad decisions turn into really good decisions.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Our friendship is one of those examples. I was not into it at first, and now I'm mostly into it.
That's funny. I feel the reverse about it.
You're getting out of it? Fair. Listen, I can't blame you.
Every episode is a struggle, Patrick.
Is it the banana hammock?
It's not helping.
Okay.
It is not helping.
It's helping me. It's helping me.
It's silky, isn't it? It's silky.
That's very tactile. Before we get into the news, Adam, we should do a call out for next week's episode.
Oh, yes, let's do that.
We're all out of Pride next week.
That's right.
So we're bringing back...
Shame.
We're bringing shame into each other's lives and into yours, listeners.
Yep.
No, we're bringing back our Fab 5 episode.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been at least 5 episodes since we've had a Fab 5 episode.
That's right.
So this week's category is going to be Fab 5 hero sidekicks.
How about that?
So we're not talking about henchmen. We can't talk about Flotsam and Jetsam.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. Stay tuned for that episode.
Yeah.
So what we want is for you to send us your lists for Fab 5 hero sidekicks, and we'll read them on next week's episode along with our lists.
I can't wait to hear what everybody's sidekicks list is going to be.
I'm sure mine's going to be the best, and I'm sure yours will be fine. What? What's the matter?
Remember what I said a couple minutes ago about how just every time is a struggle, every episode, every time I set up this microphone, I'm like, why am I doing this with him? I feel it very strongly right now.
I'm not seeing that.
Okay.
I don't see a problem here.
I'm sure your list is going to be great. I'm sure my list is going to be great.
Oh.
I'm sure our listeners' lists are probably going to put us to shame.
They're going to best us as they usually do.
Yep.
If
If you'd like to share your list with us, please reach out to us on social media at GDTD Podcast.
Or email us demlists at info@gaysdothed.com.
Dem lists, huh?
Dem lists.
You're hip.
I am. I'm hip to be square. Is that Huey Lewis?
That is Huey Lewis.
Why is that in my head? What is not in my head that I have that in my head? Head.
What?
I don't know. I just couldn't not say it. Speaking of head,
Yeah. Wait.
let's head into the news.
Okay.
See what I did there? Head. News. I've lost my mind today. Lost it.
All right, listeners, we talked about it, and we decided to tag team this first story.
Oh, I love it.
It's a lot of information.
I love a tag team.
So should we start negative and then move into positive, Patrick? Or should we start positive and then go negative?
Let's Michelle Obama this. You go low and I'll go high.
Okay. I like the sound of that. So the low part
Yeah.
is that Disney World annual passes, parking, and dining has increased.
Oh, boy. oh, boy, did it. Oh, boy, did it ever.
So let's start with the annual pass increases for both Florida residents and out-of-state pass holders.
And we should say we knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It had been at least 4 months since a price increase.
Yeah. And with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opening.
It's true.
I mean. The Platinum Plus annual pass for Florida residents is now $999. It was previously $849. That's quite an increase.
Quite an increase.
The out-of-state Platinum Plus annual pass is $1,219. It was previously $994.
Barf. So that pass gets you access to all 4 parks plus ESPN and the water parks, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Mm-hmm. The Platinum annual pass for Florida residents is now $899. It was previously $749. The out-of-state Platinum annual pass is now $1,119. It was previously $894. Quite a jump.
Quite a jump. This is the one that I purchased on my last trip to Disney World. Mm-hmm. Boy, am I glad I got it when I did. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't know if I would have purchased it if I had seen the $1,000 price.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
The Gold annual pass is now $699. It was previously $609. The Silver annual pass is now $519. It was previously $479. The Theme Park Select annual pass is $439. No price change on that one.
Oh.
The Weekday Select annual pass is $349. It was previously $319. The Epcot After 4 annual pass.
I love that one.
Is $309. It was previously $289. The Water Parks annual pass is now $139, which is up from $130. And the Water Parks After 2 annual pass is now $89, up from $79.
So these are some pretty significant increases on some of these. Some of them have been increased by $225.
That is correct.
That's enormous.
Yes. The Disney Premier Passport, which includes Disneyland Resort and all parks at Walt Disney World Resort, is now priced at $2,099. It was previously $1,949.
I mean, both of those prices are vomit-worthy.
As for Disney Vacation Club members, the DVC Platinum Plus Pass is now $999. That's an increase of $150. The DVC Platinum Pass is now $899, also an increase of $150. And the DVC Gold Pass is $699, an increase of $90. In addition, overnight parking fees have increased at all Walt Disney World resorts. For reservations made before June 18th, 2019, for arrivals in 2019 or 2020, got that, everybody? Not confusing at all. The Disney Value resorts are $13 per night. Disney Moderate resorts are $19 per night. And the Disney Deluxe and Deluxe Villa resorts are $24 per night. For reservations made June 18th, 2019, and thereafter for arrivals in 2020, the Disney Value resorts are $15 per night. Disney Moderate resorts are $20 per night, and the Disney Deluxe and Deluxe Villa resorts are $25 per night to park. And as for the Disney dining plan, prices are also being raised for that in 2020. Prices overall for adults and children were raised anywhere from about $3 to $5 for each of the dining plans.
Okay, so not too terrible.
Right.
And that's kind of expected every year that they go up a little bit. Mm-hmm. So question for you.
Yes.
I know that you were still possibly considering getting an annual pass. You've not yet pulled that trigger.
Correct.
Does this inform your decision?
No, it's still just math to me. I don't. And to be honest, this is going to sound really annoying to some people, I'm sure.
I'm already annoyed.
But when it comes to Disney, I just assume everything is going to be so insanely expensive already. So, like, these price increases to me are just like, yeah, okay. Like,
totally.
I've just kind of surrendered to the fact that I'm going to be paying a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not sure about an annual pass, and even less sure about it next year, because I have a feeling I'm going to be taking fewer trips to Disney next year.
Oh, okay.
This year was kind of a lot.
Yeah.
In a great way. But I think next year I may be taking fewer trips. I just have an idea about that. So we'll see. We'll see. But
that makes sense.
Overall, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it makes sense that they would do this. Yeah.
For sure. We should move on now to tell you some of the perks that you get this year for being an annual pass holder.
So this is the good stuff?
This is the good stuff. We're going to go high a little bit now.
Okay.
And they were smart to drop this story alongside the price increase story.
This was not a mistake.
No, not at all. Just to show you some of the perks that come with being an annual pass holder, and hopefully they'll continue year over year and get better and better. And I have to say, these are some pretty significant perks that would make me want to be an annual pass holder if I wasn't already one. Mm-hmm. So this year, the Bring a Friend offer is back. It was pretty popular last year. For Gold, Platinum, Platinum Plus, and Premier Pass holders, you can purchase a one-day park hopper ticket for a friend from June 18th to August 8th of this year, 2019, for $89 plus tax. That's a pretty good price. It's about $30 less than an actual park hopper ticket.
Thank you for explaining that because I had no concept.
A little addendum to that, tickets must be purchased at the Walt Disney World ticket window, so you have to do it in person, and they must be used on the day of purchase.
Oh, brother.
Well, it makes sense because the window's pretty short. The window to use that ticket in this offer will be June 18th through August 8th.
Got it.
Second, starting on July 5th, pass holders can purchase a Summer Splash Pass. This pass gets you unlimited visits to Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon from July 5th through September 7th. The cost is only $69 plus tax, which is the same price as a one-day water park ticket.
That's a great deal.
This is a really good deal, especially if you're a Florida resident.
For sure.
This is a really good deal for you.
Yeah.
And the tickets for those are available at the water park ticket windows.
Great.
Moving on, pass holders can now receive a $15 discount on H2O Glow Nights in 2019 and a $30 discount on the remaining Disney Villains After Hours events. And starting on June 27th at the Disney Villains After Hours events, pass holders will get a complimentary Hades ornament reserved only for annual pass holders.
Nothing says Christmas like Hades.
It's true. It's true. Well, it is already almost the holidays at Disney World.
You're right.
Also, for pass holders now through July 2nd, pass holders will get a 20% discount on lunch at select table service restaurants throughout Walt Disney World. You can visit disneyworld.com/passholder for a list of specific lunch locations. That's a pretty good discount.
Hot lunch. Famed.
Hot lunch. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, Platinum, Platinum Plus, and Premier annual pass holders will be among the first to experience Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios. Complimentary special preview opportunities will be available prior to the August 29th opening. Capacity is limited and will be available on a first-come, first-served basis, with more information on registration to be shared at a later date.
I wonder how they're going to do this. Is it going to be like a lottery system or what?
I think because they're saying it's first come, first serve, I bet they're going to do a mass email to all the pass holders, and there'll be select windows, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
So kind of similar to what they did with reservations in Disneyland.
Sure.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I am looking at my email every hour to see when it comes out because I really want to go. I think
you have to go.
I've already talked to Dan and said I might have to make another trip out to Walt Disney World in August.
Just a little 1 or 2 day fly down, fly back.
Why wouldn't I
situation?
Do it?
Why wouldn't you? You'd be losing money if you didn't do it.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Aside from the flight and the food.
And the hotel stay.
Correct. But other than that,
it's basically getting your money back.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So do it.
So what do you think? What are these perks good enough to make someone decide they should get an annual pass?
I think if you're a Florida resident, those are excellent excuses to get a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all kind of tied to being a local.
Yeah.
Or most of them are anyway.
For sure.
But sure, why not? Out of state, do it.
And I should say, these are all on top of the perks you already get for being an annual pass holder.
Right.
Like getting the free photo pass, which is a great perk.
Free banana hammocks.
Free banana hammocks. That's my perk that I give away when I'm in the parks.
Oh, you're looking a little perky wearing it.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party just got frightfully more fabulous.
Oh, wow.
Because this year's party will include the addition of Cruella's Halloween Hideaway.
I love that name.
The add-on event held at Tony's Town Square restaurant will feature a fun, festive atmosphere with themed background music and decor, and the one and only Cruella de Vil serving as host.
I love this idea. She is a fan favorite during the Halloween parties.
Absolutely. Have you ever taken a close look at her shoes?
I have not.
They are so long, just like in the cartoon.
Are they really?
They extend forever.
Oh, funny.
I can't believe she walks around the park in that, but anyway.
What a good detail.
Amazing, yeah. Guests will be able to attend at their leisure beginning at 9:30 p.m. on party nights and have access to a special reserved viewing area for the 11:15 p.m. Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade. The party will continue after the parade at Tony's until 12:30 a.m. So this is very similar to what they did last year for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, where they had the special add-on event within the Christmas party at Tony's Town Square.
Super smart. I love that idea.
The menu for Cruella's Halloween Hideaway includes savory hors d'oeuvres like spinach dip with ciabatta crostini and assorted Halloween flatbreads. There will also be sweet treats such as chocolate dipped strawberries, cheesecake, and mini cannoli. canine crunchy cake, and mini DeVille brownies, as well as a variety of beverages, including beer and wine selections.
Yas, queen.
Cruella's Halloween Hideaway is available for $99 per person plus tax every Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party event night at Magic Kingdom Park. Admission to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is required to attend. Seating is available for guests as they dine on a first-come, first-served basis, and shared seating is encouraged amongst guests to enjoy both the food and company the party has to offer. Space is limited. Reservations are available on DisneyWorld.com and by calling 407-939-3463.
I love this. We have to do this one year.
I think it would be fun.
However,
the food doesn't interest me that much.
yeah, party food at any Disney party is just, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's nothing glamorous. It's not the reason to get the ticket.
So I guess I'd be paying for the beverages in the park.
Yeah.
And the special VIP kind of viewing area for the parade.
Even just like a nice place to go and get out of the heat is kind of worth it, I feel like. And,
That's smart.
And the entertainment.
Yeah, and you get to meet Cruella and yeah, okay, well, yeah.
You're not sold.
I'm coming around to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a tough sell today with anything related to Disney.
It's just anything that costs me extra money at Disney.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. In last week's GDTD Raw and Uncut on our Patreon page.
Oh, raw and uncut. Club 96. Still don't know what that means.
Oh, dear.
RuPaul owes us some money the way we talk about her show.
It's true.
On this
Well, the way I
podcast.
talk about the show, you're talk
right.
about not knowing the show.
I'm like, what's RuPaul?
You're terrible. Okay, so we have to move on now.
Okay.
So, as I was saying on last week's GDTD Raw and Uncut on Patreon, which, if you're not a Patreon member, you can't listen to these episodes.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah, it's such a benefit.
It's such a benefit. We are amazing on them. We're raw and we're uncut.
Yeah, which means I don't edit them.
It's true.
That's it.
And I don't wear pants.
You should edit that practice. And by that, I mean put on some pants, Patrick.
Not gonna happen. So last week, we speculated on rumors surrounding the cast for a live movie adaptation of Disney's Hercules. Since then, the cast of the stage adaptation of Hercules has been announced. Jelani Aladdin. Is it Aladdin or Aladdin?
I just always read it as Aladdin because Aladdin.
Which is awesome because he's part of Disney.
How about that?
I love it.
Yeah.
So Jelani, who played Kristoff in Frozen on Broadway, will play Hercules. Krista Rodriguez, who was in Spring Awakening, A Chorus Line, and The Addams Family, will play Meg.
You're leaving off her biggest credit.
Oh, what was that?
Smash. She was on Smash.
Who was she in Smash?
She was in that trash musical that Jeremy Jordan was writing.
Oh, season 2 Smash.
Yeah. Wasn't that her? Wasn't she on Smash?
Who can say?
It was her.
I did not watch season 2, so I don't know.
It was her.
It must have been her.
Or was she just Catherine McPhee's roommate? I can't remember. Anyway, she was on Smash.
Oh, good for her. Good for her. Moving on, Roger Bart, who voiced Hercules in the animated movie and has been in almost every Broadway show that's ever been made, he will play Hades, which makes so much sense. Why didn't we think of that when we were talking about this?
Yes, this is a great little bit of like meta casting.
Yeah.
Clever, very clever, and he'll be fantastic.
He'll be perfect in it, and he needs to be cast in the movie as well. James Monroe, who won the Tony Award for his role as the genie in Aladdin, will play Phil. I think that's a really good casting choice.
Yes, that's also a great choice.
His voice is crazy town. I love him so much. And Tamika Lawrence, who was in The Book of Mormon and Come From Away on Broadway, will play the lead muse, Calliope.
I love that name, Calliope.
Calliope. It's very soothing.
I'm sure she'll be great. I don't know who she is, but I'm sure she'll be great.
She's amazing. Her voice is out of control. Lear de Bessonnet will direct the show with choreography by Chase Brock. The show will play at the Public Theater's Delacorte Theater in Central Park, free of charge, from August 31st to September 8th. This production will include songs by Alan Menken and David Zippel from the 1997 animated film, as well as new material and an adapted book by Christopher Diaz. That's really exciting. I want some new songs. A quote from the director: Hercules' roots in Greek mythology, infused with soulful gospel music, make it a natural extension of Public Works' radical exploration of humanity through Shakespeare and the classics. We're excited to see how this Public Works production will uncover the deeper meaning of what it means to be a hero and how true strength is derived not from the greatness of one person, but from the transformative power of community. I love that idea.
Yeah, just give me the Disney musical on stage, please.
Oh my gosh.
Make it happen and let it be good.
Let it be good. We should say this production is presented by a special arrangement with Disney Theatrical Productions under the direction of Thomas Schumacher. I need to see this.
Crapshoot, are you going to be able to get in? Who knows?
It's true.
Yeah.
But oh man, if I had $1 million, this is on my list of things to go see.
I was kind of surprised with their choice for Hercules.
Oh, okay.
Because he didn't blow me away in Frozen on Broadway.
Gotcha.
But I also don't think he was maybe given the chance to blow me away.
Mm-hmm.
He had a duet with Anna in the musical, but that was kind of it.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know.
And it should be noted that in the movie Hercules, he doesn't have a lot to sing. He has
That's a good point.
One song, I Can Go the Distance.
Right.
So I don't know if they're going to give him more to do or not.
Seems like they would.
You would think so if they're
Yeah.
making more music, but maybe they're just giving that music to Hades, who can say.
Yeah.
But I am really delighted to see a lot of diversity in this cast.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me really happy that we're starting to veer from whitewashing all of Disney movies. And so this is pretty exciting.
I hope Hades has a tap number.
That would be fun.
Seems like he would.
Yeah, man.
Little soft shoe.
What would it be called?
Too hot to handle.
Too Hot to Handle, or I'll tap you to hell because he's Hades.
But tap
Yeah, tap all the way to hell.
Tap that. Sass.
Wow. Wow.
I got a rumor for you, Patrick.
Rumor has it.
Last week, WDW News Today posted a rumor that the closure of opening day attraction Country Bear Jamboree in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom is imminent.
What?
The rumor quickly spread across the internet and was picked up by several prominent news sites. But WDW News Today reported that the rumor goes even further, noting that the theater, which currently houses Country Bear Jamboree, would be getting a new attraction in time for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary in 2021. The new attraction, Patrick, what's the new attraction, you say? What is the new attraction? Ask that.
Hey, Adam, what's the new attraction?
Thank you. That was completely unprompted.
Mm-hmm.
An audio animatronic marionette show similar to the 1950s era marionette-filled television show Woody's Roundup, seen in Toy Story 2.
This is going to make people burn down houses. They're going to be flying dragons and shooting flames at the town.
What are you referencing?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know.
If Country Bear's Jamboree goes away.
Yeah.
This is a classic. I actually really love this show.
Me too.
And I think it would be a mistake to let it go.
I'm of two minds about this.
Okay.
I firmly believe in Walt's vision of kind of not having the parks be a permanent thing and that they'll always be changing. You know?
Sure. Evolution.
I like the idea of attractions kind of coming and going. Mm-hmm. But also, I'm not sure that this attraction replacement, the Toy Story replacement, if this rumor is to be believed, is the right choice for this space.
Yeah, I mean, if they're looking for an intellectual property, I think it makes the most sense out of any Disney movie to have Woody be there because it's in Frontierland.
I get it.
So that makes the most sense to match it up with. But I guess they could be more creative and just put something new in there that isn't movie related.
When's the last time they've done that, where they put in an attraction that wasn't IP related?
Good question. I don't know.
Expedition
Space?
Everest? Oh, Mission Space. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or put like a Western Muppets show in there or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I would go see that.
It is interesting because, you know, Toy Story Land is in Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin over in Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom.
Sure do.
So are they going to go that heavy with Toy Story in the parks?
It seems like a lot of Toy Story for a movie that is potentially going to be done with now that Toy Story 4 has opened.
Will it be done?
I think it will.
We'll talk about it in the next. Well, D23 is fast approaching, and we know that Chairman of Parks and Experiences and Products, Bob Chapek, is a big fan of working IP into the parks.
True.
So will he use the D23 Expo to announce this new attraction?
This is going to make me sad. I have to say I'm not into this one as much. But, I mean, you know, they've done weird things that I wasn't on board with before and been pleasantly surprised, so who can say?
I'd like to hear what our listeners have to say about this.
I'm sure they have a lot to say about this.
Write into us, listeners. Let us know. Would you be despondent if Country Bear Jamboree went away? Or are you in favor of a new attraction filling that space in Magic Kingdom's Frontierland?
I'm interested to know. Send us your bear pics, too.
What do you mean?
Your country bear pics.
Oh, okay.
I want all the bears out there to send pictures of them as bears with the bears. Does that work? Happy Pride! Hey, hey, Adam.
Hey, howdy, hey, Patrick.
It is time to talk about Toy Story 4. I have been waiting for this movie to come out for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited to talk all about this. We have not talked about it yet.
We haven't, and I'm super excited to talk about it too. So, samesies.
It's Adam and Patrick's Toy Story 4 Roundup.
How about that?
I like it. So we should say before we get started, this is, of course, our spoiler-free review of Toy Story 4.
That's right.
So we won't be saying things like... We won't be saying that.
Well, now I have to insert a beep into that. Oh, we won't be saying that.
We won't be saying that. We won't be saying Buzz Lightyear dies.
That's right. We won't be saying that.
Because he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Or does he?
Oh.
Spoilers. We're the worst. This is the worst. People are going to be like, what the heck? I'm turning this off. I'm turned off right now just talking about it. So as always, should we just jump in with some stats about the movie?
Yes, let's do that.
The production crew and the cast, and then we'll dive into our feelings, emotions, and concerns.
Now, Patrick, I have to ask, even though it's an animated film, are we still going to objectify the male animated cast members?
I'm sorry, this was animated?
Oh.
Spoiler. Jeez.
It had some light animation to it.
Did.
Light touch-ups.
We can definitely objectify them, especially John Ratzenberger.
Oh.
My dream boat.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the actual people voicing them. I'm talking about the characters themselves. Are we going to objectify them?
I want to see you try to do that.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to get so uncomfy.
This is going to get gross. It's going to get gross.
Okay, happy Pride.
So let's jump into the production crew first.
Okay.
So this was directed by Josh Cooley, who is a relatively new director who wrote the screenplay for Inside Out and was nominated for an Academy Award, I believe, for that screenplay.
Well-deserved nomination.
Well-deserved.
What an incredible director for this movie.
Holy buckets. He did a great job.
When his name came up at the end of the movie, I was like, who?
Yeah.
Like, I really was surprised that it was him.
What a risk they took as well. I mean, like, you're going to direct what is potentially the last in a series of Toy Story and give it to somebody very unknown. Not very unknown, but very new to directing.
I just think he totally made the rest of his career with Disney. He can
100%.
He can probably do whatever he wants to now.
We should also note that he has a credit for working on the original story by credit for Toy Story 4.
Good job, Josh Cooley.
Good job. Well done. It swung and hit it out of the park, I feel like.
He really did. Home run, sports reference.
Yay. Sports talk.
I'm a jock.
Adam and Patrick's Sports Corner.
Oh, how about that?
I've been in a sports corner before.
What do our costumes look like? Wait a minute, you've been in a sports corner?
I don't want to talk about it.
Willingly?
It's in my past. So the screenplay was by Andrew Stanton,
yes,
who had a hand in writing Finding Dory, Toy Story 3, WALL-E, Finding Nemo.
How about that?
Monsters, Inc.
Wow.
Toy Story 2.
Wow.
A Bug's Life.
What?
And Toy Story.
Wow.
Incredible. Alongside Andrew Stanton, Stephanie Folsom also has a credit for the screenplay, who wrote a few episodes of Star Wars Resistance, and that's all I could really find on her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's relatively new as well. This was a great duo. I loved the script so much.
As I was sitting there last night watching this movie, I was like, take note, Hollywood. Why do I feel more watching these animated characters interact than I do watching most humans, live humans interact in a movie?
Okay.
And it's because of the thoughtful things that they're saying.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
for sure.
It's a tight script, and it's very, very funny and very moving.
Very moving. Very smart as well.
Why should an animated film make me feel that way more than a film with actual humans in it?
Yeah, I think it's because they aren't relying on these actors to make you feel things. They're relying solely on the words, right? And of course, the visuals help as well, but it's not like they're getting Chris Pratt, to be in a movie and then the whole movie is about Chris Pratt. It's about the words, right? And they have to select them carefully, and you have to have a really good writer to pull that off, don't you think?
Well, they had really good writers to pull it off.
Really good writers.
They pulled it off.
They did. They pulled it all the way off.
Just like your banana hammock. Can you please put that back on?
You want me to pull it off?
It's the one. No, I'm saying you pulled it off. Oh. Put it back on.
Won't.
It's the one thing separating me from losing my mind.
Won't do it.
Oh. Just some silky fabric.
Oh my God. Lord. Speaking of silky fabric, we should talk about the score.
What a
I don't
segue.
know.
Let's talk about the score.
Randy Newman.
Yep.
Did it again.
He did it again.
It was kind of all the same music, don't you feel
It
like?
was a lot of old hits and one new song that I could tell. Was there 2 new songs or 1 new song?
I have to tell you something. I don't remember any of the music from this movie.
It was not particularly memorable music.
Yeah, I remember like the themes from all the previous movies, like Woody's theme and Buzz's theme, and on like the You've Got a Friend in Me came back. But as far as new music, I didn't really clock any of it.
So Randy Newman even composed the score, like not just the songs, but the actual score to the film?
He did everything, and he also, I think, conducted as well.
Okay, because there were some orchestral moments within the score that I found quite moving
I think
late in the film.
Yes.
But yeah, the new songs did not speak to me.
No, as a score, though, I think he may get nominated for Best Original Score.
Yeah.
But I don't see him getting a nomination for Best New Song.
Yeah, no, I can't see that happening.
And he did for the first 3 movies. So I don't think, just my opinion, I don't think he's going to get one for this one.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you say we move into the cast, Adam?
Here we go.
Do you want to start us out?
Objectification Station.
Objectification Station.
Well, we have Tom Hanks voicing Woody. Woody's thighs. Can you believe how good they looked in this movie?
He's so bendy.
Has he been like squatting?
He must have been.
At the rack at the gym?
He works out.
Yeah, Woody. Woody, he's so tall. He's so tall. He's so handsome.
This is uncomfortable. This is very uncomfortable.
Of course, Tom Hanks is back as Woody, and he's fantastic as always.
As per usual. The whole cast, really. The whole gang's back.
Yeah, going into this, I was like, is this going to be more of the same? Like, just, are we going to be, like, I've seen this already. You know, this is something I've and it did not come across that way.
Yeah, it ventured out into unexplored territory for the Toy Story franchise.
Yeah, the classic characters you've come to know and love having new experiences, and the actors portraying them vocally not delivering the same kind of old spiel they have been. It was like a whole new experience in the Toy Story world. I loved it.
Yeah, nobody was sort of resting on their laurels for this movie. And the new cast members were so fantastic as well.
Yes.
So let's keep going down the list, shall
Okay,
we?
so Tim Allen is Buzz Lightyear.
Absolutely.
Buzz's biceps looked amazing.
Fair.
He's always kept it tight, and he still does.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Annie Potts returns as Bo Peep.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
I love her.
What a great story arc for Bo Peep.
They did a great job with this character.
They really did, and they did such a fantastic job of explaining her disappearance in Toy Story 3.
They sure did. I was wondering how they were going to handle that because it's been, 30 years since she's been in a Toy Story movie. Fantastic. 30s, that's too many. That's not. It hasn't been 30 years, has it?
Math, I don't know.
I don't know. Numbers. Who can say? It's been a long time.
But it's really clever how they kind of handled her disappearance from the films and her reappearance. Our first new addition to the cast, Tony Hale as Forky.
Love him. Love him so much.
Patrick, you were sitting next to me during this movie. There were so many moments when Forky was doing very little on screen, and I was dying laughing.
It was so funny.
Forky for the win.
Yeah, Forky was amazing. I was worried.
I was skeptical.
I was like, oh, what is this going to be?
Yeah.
But they knocked it out of the park again with this character. It's so funny.
The way Forky walks, the way Forky talks, the way Forky's googly eyes kind of look mental most of the film.
Amazing animation for this character.
Oh my God, Forky forever, people, Forky forever. Another new cast member, Keegan-Michael Key as Ducky. And we might as well tie in Jordan Peele as Bunny, too, because they're kind of a dynamic duo in the film.
It's literally hard to separate the two.
Yes, they are attached at the
paw
and wing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're funny. They're such a great comedy duo. And I was actually, I have to say, across the board, I was a little bit worried about this movie in general.
Yeah, me too.
And I was worried about them as a duo and how they're going to fit into this world.
Yeah.
And they did a great job with them. They smartly cast them, and actually, because they let them do their thing, it worked out really well, surprisingly.
I thought they were going to be oversaturated in the film. Because they're both so funny.
They're so funny.
So smart, and I thought they were just going to overuse them in the movie, but they didn't.
Yeah, they are just two smart comedians, and so they did a great job with what they did.
Christina Hendricks, another new cast member, plays Gabby Gabby.
I love her so much.
Me too. I think we could be friends in real life.
I could listen to her talk all day long.
Yeah.
That character was so great, and it made me go back to Mad Men and how beautiful she is as well.
Yeah.
Her voice acting in this, I was really surprised by it. I didn't know what she was going to do with it, and she took it to some really interesting depths with just her voice. I was really impressed.
It's interesting how in Mad Men she can kind of use her softer voice to come across as very very sexy and appealing.
Yeah, very demure kind of way of speaking.
But then it worked for her in this film, playing a doll and being kind of more innocent sounding and juvenile.
Yeah.
It really worked.
Yeah, it was really great.
Another new cast member, Keanu Reeves, appeared as Duke Kaboom.
He did. I have to say, this was probably the one miss of the movie for me.
Yeah.
And it was a big miss because I feel like left in better hands.
Yes.
This character could have been so funny. Instead, it was just sort of, oh,
Yeah.
that's a joke.
Kind of like trying too hard.
It was trying too hard.
Or maybe not trying hard enough.
I don't know. It was, I don't understand why they chose him.
The animation of the character is fantastic, and you can see what they were trying to do and accomplish.
Sure.
But the voice acting was not matching what the character was doing.
Not at all. I couldn't understand, like, why did they go, you know who we need? Is Keanu Reeves, based
Yeah.
on his portfolio of excellent work.
Is Keanu Reeves even Canadian? Was that like what they were kind of like going for with that?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because Duke Kaboom is like a Canadian.
Which didn't work. He wasn't doing it very well. Like, he's good at a stupid Californian accent.
Yeah.
And that should have been the character then.
Yeah.
Don't let him act. Anyone. Don't let him do it.
I heard I haven't seen the John Wick movies, but I heard he's like excellent in those. But I don't think those require acting. They just require action, don't they?
Yeah, that's mainly what he does, is just appears on film.
And then, of course, we had several of the actors from the previous films returning.
Yes.
I'm just going to talk through these. Joan Cusack as Jessie.
Love it.
Yep. Bonnie Hunt as Dolly.
Love her.
Kristen Schaal as Trixie, the Triceratops.
Oh, that's right.
She's really funny in this movie.
So funny. A lot of great one-liners.
Yes. Wallace Shawn as Rex, of course. John Ratzenberger as Ham. Do you want me to objectify Ham?
Try it.
Is that what you were?
Go for it.
He's so round and pink.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, I'm turned on.
Oh, dear.
Blake Clark, who now plays Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
Formerly played by Jim Varney.
That's right.
Don Rickles reprises his role as Mr. Potato Head. They actually took old audio that they had from previous films and they inserted it into this movie to make him a part of the cast.
That's right, because he sadly passed away just before they started getting recordings of the actors.
Jeff Garland plays Buttercup, and man, is Buttercup funny in this movie, too. Funny running gag with Buttercup.
Yes. Did you catch the cameos?
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
Yes.
Betty White. And Carl Reiner.
And they didn't realize this at the time, but they all had puns. Their character names were puns of their
'cause
names.
They didn't say their character names in the movie, so I think it was just a little tongue-in-cheek action for Disney.
So it was Meliphant Brooks.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Mel Brooks as well.
Cheryl Burnett. Cheryl Burnett.
I love that.
And Bitey White. And they kind of play the forgotten toys in Bonnie's closet.
Yes, and Carl Rhinoceros.
Carl Reiner was in it too.
That's right. So funny.
Yeah.
I could totally pick out Carol Burnett's voice, but
Yes.
I couldn't really pick out the other ones.
Yeah, I couldn't pick out Betty White until you just said it.
It was such an interesting choice to get these really amazing, talented,
Yeah.
old actors, the classic actors,
Yeah.
for these really teeny tiny roles.
Amazing comedians,
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, so funny.
Bill Hader's also in the movie. He plays Axel the Carney.
Patricia Arquette.
Timothy Dalton obviously returns as Mr. Pricklepants. Hilarious. Oh my gosh, the talent in this movie, now that I'm looking at all of these names. Amazing.
Yeah. We forgot to say Estelle Harris as well as Mrs. Potato Head.
We also forgot to say Light of My Life, Laurie Metcalf as Andy's mom, returning as Andy's mom.
She is one of my favorite humans,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I could watch and listen to her all day long.
Yeah.
Love her. What an amazing cast. This is, I mean, when can you get these talented actors together like this?
I'll tell you when you're Disney.
When you're Disney.
And they don't have to dress up to come in. They just come in their sweatpants.
That's true.
And record.
What a dream job.
Yeah, I would prefer.
What a dream job.
Yeah.
Too bad I sound like garbage.
Oh, well, it's not so much what you sound like as what you're wearing as when you record, which is the banana hammock.
I should not go to auditions with a banana hammock on.
If there's a running theme in this episode, it's banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
So let's talk what we can about the story of the film and our overall impressions.
Let's do it. So I have to say, I hated it. Hated this movie.
No, you didn't. You loved it.
No, I didn't.
You loved it.
In fact, this is, I think, my favorite of the four.
Oh, wow.
I have to say, I really appreciated this movie on a whole new level than I did with the other three movies.
I have consistently liked each one more than the last, but I do want to go back and watch 3 again. Just give 3 another watch.
Yeah,
quickly,
I watched it a couple
3
days ago,
Yeah.
and I think that was wise to do before seeing this one, just to refresh where we left the characters.
Sure, yeah.
It was such a good movie. And I think I've been thinking about this since we left the theater. I think what I loved so much about this movie, and this isn't giving away anything, is that it was heavily led by strong female characters.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the other movies were sort of white men doing all of the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And saving the day every time. And in this one, the roles were kind of reversed, where the dudes were like, I don't know what to do, and the women were like, here's what we're doing.
Right.
And this is the good idea. And they were all in it for very different reasons, the strong women, but they were all coming at it from a place of power, and I loved that. I loved it.
Which makes sense, right? Not only because of the time we live in and the fantastic changes that are happening in society, right? But also the fact that we now have a little girl who owns the toys and not a little boy who owns the toys.
Exactly. And with that comes a lot of diverse actors as well playing the roles of these toys, whereas in the 3 previous movies, again, it was a lot of just white men and white women playing all these heroes, and it's like, why aren't we casting other people in these roles? It doesn't matter who they are. You know what I mean? It just it was such a refreshing way to come at this story with women in power and a diverse cast.
Except for Keanu Reeves.
Who should never have any power.
So I think we had both kind of mentioned when we saw the trailer for this film that we were worried it was going to be more of the same.
Yeah.
A toy gets lost. They have to go find the toy.
Right.
You know, we've seen that in some of the previous Toy Story films.
Yeah.
And while that's partly true, I mean, overall, that kind of element is there in the film.
The formula works for them.
There's so much more to this story.
Yes.
As I mentioned, we have a little girl who now owns the toys. And kind of the big story driver is that she's starting kindergarten. And the family is going on a road trip.
Yes.
The week before she starts school. And so she takes all the toys with her. And as you see in the trailer, Forky's not having it, right?
Right.
Her creation that she creates the day of orientation, Forky, has some issues.
He has some issues. It's true.
And he escapes.
He tries to fork her over.
How long have you been saving that?
I just thought of it now, I promise you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much.
And as we see in the trailer, Woody and Bo Peep are reunited.
And thank goodness.
Yes.
It's so touching.
Yes. And Bo Peep has kind of become this like vigilante toy. She's like powerful. She is in control of her own destiny now.
She's sort of like a Lara Croft Tomb Raider kind of a character this time around.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's really beautiful the way they handled that character too. There's so many interesting themes in this movie that I didn't expect, and they just all hit me at the same time, and I just like was weeping at the end of the movie. But like themes of fear of being forgotten.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Learning independence.
Yes.
Is a huge one.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things that I think a lot of us as humans go through on an everyday basis that they captured in toys. It's so remarkable.
I think another thing we were worried about too is the introduction of all these new characters with the classic Toy Story characters that we know and love. And again, it was perfect. It didn't feel awkward to suddenly have all these new characters be interacting with these characters that we've kind of grown up with.
Because of that, it kind of addressed another like fear of change.
Right.
And learning how to deal when your role is suddenly torn away from you and you have to learn a new position in life and how to handle that. And it was so touching and so moving.
Another theme was like fear of taking a chance, taking new chances, things like that.
Yeah.
Like the Gabby Gabby character is the one that spoke to me the most in the film.
Sure.
And I think it's because she's a deeply misunderstood character.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it, for sure. For me, the whole message of the movie, and if I think about it all the way through the Toy Story storylines, it's a love story, right? In very different ways. Like there is unrequited love. There's the love of your partner, right? There's the love that you have for a child. There's a love for your friends. And how quickly that love can change. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's part of the fear of being forgotten part of it, of like sometimes someone that you love doesn't love you back anymore and you have to figure out how to deal with that. And it's such an adult theme to take on for a children's movie like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It made me feel a lot of things I didn't expect to feel.
Same. Yeah. Just to kind of expand on that too, I think, yes, it is a love story, but it's also about navigating all of those relationships in life, you know, and like what decisions you make and how they affect others. And I mean, it's kind of obvious to say that I realize that, but truly, like, it holds up a mirror to yourself, and you are like thinking about all the decisions you made in your life and what kind of paths they've led you down. It's a very deep thing to say about an animated film.
And sort of why you're doing the things you're doing, and are they healthy for you, or are you just doing them because that's what you know?
Yeah.
Oof, these are heavy themes for a Toy Story movie, a movie called Toy Story.
Yeah. But it really speaks to the writing of the film, right? The fact that we're bringing up these kind of really deep thoughts about this cartoon. Let's talk about the look of this film.
Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
There's been quite a journey since the first film.
My goodness,
to how it looks now.
For sure.
And interesting, too, because you have to stay true to the characters as we know them, which is a little bit simplistic. I mean, they're toys.
Yeah.
But then take into consideration where the backgrounds and kind of environments that they're in have come.
Absolutely. The first movie was very revolutionary for its time in what they were doing with animation.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first full-length feature animated film animated by a computer.
And I remember it being jaw-dropping.
Yes.
When I watched it for the first time way back then.
Yeah.
And then since then, each movie has had a very distinctive next level of animation in what they were doing.
Yeah.
It's really incredible to watch.
Yeah. There are moments in Toy Story 4 that almost appear photorealistic.
Oh my gosh.
The rain sequence in the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
I could not believe that was not a real street and there was rain falling on it.
For sure. There's a cat in the movie. This isn't giving anything away, but I was like, wait a minute. That's a real cat on screen right now. Why are they doing that? But it was so well animated. It was crazy.
All of the backgrounds in the film, it looks about as real as you can get while maintaining the look or kind of keeping that truth of the Toy Story world in play.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
But it didn't stand out in a way that, like, you know, like referencing Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right? Where you have cartoons in a real world.
Right, exactly.
This blended so well realistic backgrounds with toys that are moving and are cartoons, basically.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful, really outstanding work.
It's as though they've introduced us to more and more detail in every film. And I'm not necessarily talking about the characters themselves because they look pretty much the same. Yeah. But there's just more layers of detail. Like I'm thinking about the cobwebs in the antique store in this movie. Like you see like little things like that. They're like, I don't think that would have appeared in the first film, or they wouldn't have been able to figure that out, quite how to achieve that successfully.
For sure.
And now here it is, and it just looks fantastic.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing. It's really stunning work.
So this is your favorite? This is your favorite of all the Toy Story movies?
This is my favorite of all 4 movies, I think. It just, like I said before, it just made me go on an emotional journey the way the others didn't necessarily. They all made me feel happy and sad, and that was it. And this one made me feel like confused, and you know what I mean? It was just, it like ran the gamut of emotions for me.
This felt like the most thoughtful Toy Story film of all of them.
That's a good way of saying it.
It made you reflect on your own life, and I think this is also the one that made me feel most uplifted when I left the theater.
Yeah.
3, while I felt like it was an excellent closure to what I thought was a trilogy of films, left me feeling a bit melancholy when I got done watching it.
Absolutely, yeah.
This one kind of took me from that place and lifted me back up to feeling kind of really excited and enthusiastic about the characters' experiences in the film and my experiences watching the movie.
Absolutely. It's interesting that they did 4, because you don't often see anyone going beyond a trilogy.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad they did, except for the longest time they said that they were done.
Right.
When they did 3, they were like, this felt like a decent ending.
Right.
Everyone like sort of went to a happy place and we're good with that. And they weren't going to do a 4th unless they had a stellar story to tell. Yeah. And they did, obviously, with this movie. And so I'm so glad they did 4. In fact, this will be only the 3rd animated film franchise to have at least 4 installments. And this is not including prequels or spin-offs. The other 2 were Shrek and Ice Age.
And I don't really care for both of those. So well done, Toy Story.
Well done, Disney, for sure. For sure.
Do you think they're going to continue the franchise?
Good question. I've been thinking about this a lot because I think that you think that they are going to.
I do. I don't think it's going to have the same core cast, but yes, I think they're going to continue the franchise.
Here's what I hope is that they maybe do some series spin-offs for Disney Plus.
Like Ducky and Bunny?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of storylines that we could see continue a little bit, but I don't know that they need a full movie.
But, you know, if this makes the amount of money that they're projecting it's going to make, it's going to be hard for Disney and Pixar to pass up making another movie, whether it contains the characters we see in this movie or they take another direction with it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. They did set themselves up to do whatever they want to do, I think now. It's just whether or not, hopefully they take their own advice and don't do it unless it feels right.
Yeah.
Especially with something this precious. Toy Story has a hold on a lot of people emotionally, and I don't want to see them oversaturate us with nonsense. If they don't have something that's going to be as funny as it is emotional, I don't want to see it then.
All right, now let's go back to objectifying the characters.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, that T-Rex.
T-Rex does it for you?
Rex, yeah.
Tiny arms and hands.
It's the tiny arms and hands.
Yeah.
How about that Slinky Dog, though?
Slinky Dog, Mr. Potato Head. He's got that opening flap in the back.
Lots of holes to plug. With those attachments. I'm talking about the ears and the nose.
Patrick.
Yas, Adam.
It is time for that quick D.
Give me that quick D, though.
I will give you some quick D.
Oh, dear.
This week, we are doing Imagine Queering. It is quick D, Imagine Queering.
I love it. Why don't you tell the boys and girls what that means?
I will tell them. Quick D, Imagine Queering is when Patrick pulls out his Chewbacca mug.
I whip it out.
And inside Chewbacca's head are pieces of paper on which are written all of the attractions in Walt Disney World.
All of them.
Yes. And we draw out an attraction randomly. We have no idea what's coming at us.
No.
And we gay up that attraction.
I like when I have no idea what's coming at me.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I'm talking about... Never mind.
Patrick has pulled back the top of Chewbacca's skull. He's now reaching into Chewbacca's head.
I've lifted his top off.
Pop that top.
Pop that top off, though.
Pop that chewy top.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. What if it's a Toy Story attraction? Wouldn't that be fitting?
Oh, it would be.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay, good.
It's not fitting at all.
Oh.
Rock and roller coaster.
Oh. This one might be difficult.
We got to gay this up.
Wow, rock and roller coaster.
How are we going to gay up rock and roller coaster? Okay, well, we get rid of Aerosmith.
Do you think so? Okay, yeah, probably. Who's the band now? Hanson? No.
No, Nick Jonas?
Nick Jonas.
Or Britney Spears? Maybe it's just
a tribute to 90s,
journey,
90s music.
A journey through dance hall hits.
Yeah, I think that's probably the correct way to go.
Yeah, and I do want to get on a rocket and go right through Nick Jonas. What?
Yeah.
And so maybe that's
he sounds like he might be injured. That's what my concern is. Is Nick Jonas injured? Did you hurt him? Don't you dare hurt Nick Jonas. He's an American treasure.
Sometimes you got to rough it up a little bit. You don't say Nick Jonas. Call me.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Let's get back on this roller coaster track.
Okay. So it's a journey through dance hall hits?
It's a journey through, like gay club hits.
Okay, so we're Britney, you mentioned.
Britney Spears.
Yep.
Little Christina Aguilera.
Perfect. NSYNC, probably.
NSYNC.
Yeah.
Little Mary J. Blige, if you're nasty.
Interesting, yes.
Some Cher.
Okay, yeah, I like it. Okay.
So what's that opening scene? You know how the Aerosmith is like...
They're in the recording studio?
Hey.
Right.
Make it a stretch.
Right.
Well, we can use that line still.
Yeah, I think maybe what's the most 90s place we could be? Like the most 90s, early 2000s place we could be?
Oh, good question.
A Gap. That feels very like 90s, early 2000s to me.
Remember that Saturday Night Live sketch with the Gap Girls?
Lay off
Chris
me,
Farley.
Yeah.
Just cinch it.
Just cinch it. Belt it. Cinch it. Yeah. I feel like we're at a Gap.
Okay, we're at a Gap.
And I think that all of these pop stars that we've mentioned are shopping in the Gap.
Okay. As they are wont to do.
Maybe for a kicky holiday sweater or something like that. It's a holiday overlay.
Okay. It's Christmas time at the Gap.
Yeah. And they just happen to run into each other. And they're all headed to the same holiday party.
Oh, goodness. I like that.
And
but they're late. They're running late.
Yep. And they need to get there in a hurry.
They're picking out their holiday sweaters and their jeans.
Yep.
Their denim jackets and jeans.
And they realize that we're in the store with them and they're like, hey guys, don't you need a ride too?
Yeah, they're like, I like your shoes.
Yeah.
You look trendy.
Yeah. Your platform sneakers. Come with us to our holiday party.
We're heading over to Cher's.
Yep.
For her annual holiday party.
Yeah. Entitled.
The title of her holiday party?
Yeah.
Let It Snow.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you. Let it snow. I'm Cher.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So off we go.
Yep, we're heading to Let It Snow.
We're going to need some hot hits along the way.
We're going to need some hot hits. They're going to send a stretch limousine for us to get to Shares.
Yeah. So you're launched.
You're launched deep into that tunnel.
Right. Maybe there's some snow effect as you're launched, like it's whizzing by you.
Oh, I like that, in the form of glitter. So we're just caked in glitter at the end of this.
There's like in your teeth, in your eyes. I love how it always goes back to glitter when we try to imagine queer something.
Obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of blacklight work is happening.
What are we seeing instead of like the road signs, the LA road signs? Now what are we seeing as we're flying through Rock and Roller Coaster?
Just naked pics of men. And women. And women.
Okay. I like that there's no nuance to this. It's like 90s dance hall hits and then just naked men and women.
It's a lot of scenes, of like Nick Jonas getting changed.
Okay.
Just like in his dressing room.
Yeah.
He's getting dressed or undressed for the holiday party.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And maybe Shawn Mendes is there and they're like, oh, hey, let's get dressed together.
Or undressed together. So it's not really 1990s or 2000s anymore because
But
Shawn
the music
Mendes
can be still.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like those guys recognizing, they're tipping their hat to those that have come before them.
Just the tip of the hat.
And laid the groundwork of pop music.
That's exactly correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a ride.
Yeah, well, that's what you'll say after Shawn Mendes and Nick Jonas have anything to do with it.
I can't wait to see that Shawn Mendes animatronic.
It's so good.
Is it really?
It's really good. It's like a real doll.
Okay. Oh.
What?
It's a little creepy. Real dolls are a little creepy.
Yeah, that's fine, though.
I'm picturing a cross between the shaman in the Navi River journey and I want the size of the Yeti in Expedition Everest.
Yeah.
Bring those two together. That's the Shawn Mendes animatronic.
I like that.
With less hair, obviously, because he's quite smooth.
Yeah, he's like a
super twink.
He's a dolphin, really.
Is what he is.
Which are just gay sharks, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so we're whizzing past images of Shawn Mendes and Nick Jonas. Mm-hmm. Getting a little handsy, maybe.
Yeah. What song are you going to be hearing? What song's going to be popping in your ears while you're riding this?
Good question. And you know what? We should turn this into a ride where you get to select your own music.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah.
I like that. So each passenger can hear their own song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What am I going to listen to? I'm going to listen to Dirty by Christina Aguilera.
Okay, that's fun. Mm-hmm. I like that.
I want to get dirty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What about you?
I know we didn't mention them, but I think Spice Girls should be an option, and maybe I'm going to listen to some Spice Girls.
A little spice up your life.
Yeah, or like, stop right now, thank you very much.
Oh, that's a good one.
That'd be a fun one to ride in Rock and Roller Coaster. We haven't even talked about, are we renaming this?
If you want to be my lover. Sorry, what was your question? I was singing.
Are we renaming Rock and Roller Coaster?
Oh, I think we should.
Okay.
What's it called? Jock and Roller Coaster?
Jock and Roller Coaster?
Uh-huh.
What was the name of that CD series?
Totally Hits.
So was that it? Totally Hits? or
Jock Rocks?
Just Hits or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Now that's what I call music?
Now that's what I call music. That's what I was going for, my friend. Yes.
Now that's what I call Shawn Mendes.
Well, we can workshop it, but I think it has a nice 90s tie-in to it. 90s, early 2000s.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happens at the end? What's the big ending? What's the climax? We get to Shares, obviously.
Yeah.
All of our favorite celebrities are there. Nick Jonas and Shawn Mendes have decided to start a relationship, and we get to join them in the relationship.
And do all of the gifts in the gift shop then reflect that? Are all the souvenirs in the gift shop things you can purchase that reflect your relationship with Nick Jonas? And
you can get yourself on a t-shirt. Remember those t-shirts that you could get with your faces on them that are like thugs for life?
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. You could like place your photo with a photo of them.
And does it still say thugs for life underneath your photo of Shawn Mendes and Nick Jonas and you?
Thugs forever.
Forever. Okay.
The number 4 EVA apostrophe. Thugs forever.
Patrick, I got to be honest, this is a mess of a ride. This is a mess.
Yeah. This is not our best work.
But have there been worse things produced by Walt Disney Imagineering? Yes.
Sure. Of course there have.
Do you think this should be the replacement for Country Bear Jamboree?
Oh, I like that.
Okay, I think people will be much happier when they know that this is the replacement.
We're just going to put that there. It fits right into Frontierland. That will do it for this episode of Gays Do the D. Thanks for listening. Ratings and reviews are greatly appreciated and help people find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. To become a patron of the podcast, visit our website at gaysdothed.com/donate. For a donation of any amount, you can receive exclusive Gays Do the D content and help us continue to bring you the very best Disney news and discussion. Continue the conversation after this episode on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GDTD Podcast. Submit your questions or show ideas to info@gaysdothed.com. Have a great week, everybody. See ya real soon.